In today's world, it feels like worry is just always there. It's almost like this constant background noise, right? And it can feel totally overwhelming, the stream of what ifs stopping you from, actually living in the moment.
Absolutely. It's exhausting.
But what if there was a way, like an ancient framework, not just to manage it, but to really navigate through it, to find some peace?
Well, that's exactly what we're exploring today. We're diving into Stoicism.
Ah, okay. Ancient Greece.
Precisely. And its core idea is actually pretty straightforward. Focus on what you can control and learn to accept what you can't.
Simple, but not easy, I guess.
Exactly. And it's incredibly relevant now, maybe more than ever, with all the stress and anxiety flying around. It offers a really practical path forward.
So our mission today, for you listening, is to give you tools. Tools from Stoicism to help you overcome worry.
Yes.
It's not just about feeling less anxious, right? It's deeper. Cultivating resilience, finding that inner calm.
It really is. It's about fundamentally shifting your perspective so you can lead a more fulfilling life by choosing where you put your mental energy.
And we're basing this on some solid material.
Yeah, we're drawing insights from Stoic strategies to conquer worry and live fully. We'll pull out the key actionable bits for you.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We use the word worry all the time. But what is it really? What are we actually dealing with?
Fundamentally, worry is a natural response to uncertainty. It's those looping thoughts,
Yeah.
thinking constantly about potential problems, bad outcomes.
Right, the what if cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the psychological hit is significant. It ramps up anxiety, stress. It can even manifest physically. Fatigue, trouble sleeping.
Yeah, I think many people can relate to that.
And maybe the worst part, excessive worry kind of paralyzes you. It makes you afraid to take risks, try new things. You get trapped.
Stuck in just apprehension.
Precisely. Just bracing for the worst instead of moving towards something better. It really limits your growth.
Okay, so if worry traps us like that, how does Stoicism offer a way out? You mentioned tools earlier.
It does. By encouraging us to focus on what's actually in our control, it helps build that resilience and lets you, live more fully right now.
Let's get into that control aspect then.
Yeah, this is absolutely central. It's a core Stoic idea called the dichotomy of control.
Dichotomy of control, okay.
It's about drawing a really clear line. What's in your control versus what's not.
So what falls on each side of that line?
Well, your thoughts, your judgments, your actions, how you choose to respond to things that's firmly in your control.
Right, your inner world, basically.
Exactly. But external events, what other people think or do, the ultimate outcome of something, that's outside your direct influence.
And this is where it gets really interesting because the source material gives such great examples, like a job interview. You can control your preparation, how you present yourself, your attitude.
All crucial.
But you can't control whether they actually offer you the job. That final decision isn't yours.
Precisely. Or think about facing a difficult situation. You can't always change the situation itself.
But you can choose your response, how you react, how you handle it.
That's the key. And recognizing this distinction, really internalizing it, is incredibly freeing.
How so?
Because you stop wasting energy worrying about things you literally cannot change. All that stress and anxiety about externals just dissipates.
And you can redirect that energy.
Yes, towards your actions, your responses, the things that do make a difference. It brings peace, clarity, a sense of empowerment, actually.
Okay, so we understand we need to focus on our thoughts and responses. But how do we, practically do that? How do we get better at managing that inner world?
Great question. This is where mindfulness comes in. It's a practice that aligns beautifully with Stoicism.
Mindfulness, being present.
Exactly. Being fully aware of your thoughts, your feelings, what's happening around you, but crucially, without judgment.
Not judging the thoughts, just noticing them.
Yes. Observing them, almost like clouds passing in the sky. Stoicism encourages this objective observation of your own reactions. It creates a little bit of space.
Space between the feeling and the reaction.
That's it. And in that space, you find your power to choose your response, rather than just reacting automatically.
And the deep dive material suggested some really simple ways to practice this, like deep breathing exercises.
Yes, or short meditations, even just pausing during the day to check in with yourself.
There was that example about eating too, actually tasting your food.
Right. Instead of multitasking or letting your mind race ahead, just focus on the sensory experience, the flavors, the textures. Be present with it.
And the benefit is feeling calmer.
Calmer, yes, but also appreciating life more. reducing that background hum of anxiety. It helps you live with more intention, anchored in the now, not lost in worries about yesterday or tomorrow. Now, there's another Stoic technique, and this one sounds a bit odd at first. It's called negative visualization.
Negative visualization.
Just
Sounds negative, like deliberately thinking bad thoughts.
It does sound counterintuitive, I know. But the purpose isn't to dwell on the bad stuff. Not at all.
Okay, so what is the purpose?
It's actually about cultivating gratitude.
Yeah.
Deep gratitude for what you currently have.
How does thinking about losing things make you grateful?
By vividly imagining life without the things you value, your health, your relationships, your job, whatever it is, you gain a much stronger appreciation for them right now. It's contrast.
Okay, so you set aside time to think about what's important.
Exactly. Reflect on what you value.
Yeah.
Then briefly, consciously imagine it gone.
The source mentioned maybe writing thoughts down during this. To clarify.
Yes, that can be really helpful. It forces you to articulate it. But the core idea is this brief contemplation of loss makes the present feel richer, more precious.
So it's not about morbidly dwelling, but about perspective shifting.
Precisely. Practicing this regularly builds resilience too. You're kind of mentally preparing, but mostly you're just reinforcing how much good there is in your life now. You stop taking things for granted. And that ties into another key Stoic idea, embracing impermanence.
Everything changes, nothing lasts forever, that whole concept.
Exactly. The Stoics understood that life is transient. Joys, challenges, possessions, even life itself, it's all temporary.
How does thinking about that help with worry, though? Doesn't it sound a bit bleak?
And it can seem that way initially. But recognizing impermanence actually alleviates worry in a powerful way. It reminds you that difficult times will pass.
Okay. This too shall pass.
That's the essence of it. It stops you from feeling like a current problem is forever. It provides perspective.
The material gave examples, like seeing a setback as just one chapter, not the whole story.
Right. Or, on the positive side, consciously savoring good moments. Enjoying that sunset, that laugh with a friend.
Because you know it won't last forever, so you appreciate it more now.
Exactly. Accepting change as natural allows you to navigate uncertainty with more grace. It fosters a deeper connection to the present moment, freeing you from the fear of loss, paradoxically letting you live more fully.
Okay, we've touched on gratitude through negative visualization, but what about just straightforward appreciation? How does simple gratitude fit into the Stoic plan against worry?
Gratitude is huge in Stoicism. It's seen as a direct antidote to worry.
An antidote, how so?
By actively focusing on what you're thankful for, you shift your mental state. You move from a mindset of lack or anxiety to one of appreciation and contentment. You start noticing the abundance already there.
So less focus on what could go wrong, more on what's already right.
Exactly. And the practices are simple, like keeping a gratitude journal, jotting down maybe 3 things each day.
Just 3 things.
Even just one, consistently. Or simply taking a moment in the morning to reflect on what you value. It redirects your focus powerfully. And building this habit of gratitude really feeds into building resilience.
Resilience, that ability to bounce back.
Yes, but maybe more than just bounce back. It's about adapting, growing stronger through adversity. The Stoics saw resilience as absolutely vital for inner peace.
What stands out to you about building resilience based on the material? How do we actually do it if we're feeling overwhelmed?
Well, it's not just about being tough. The sources point to practical things, like reframing thoughts.
What do you mean?
Seeing a challenge not just as a roadblock, but as a chance to learn, an opportunity for growth. That mental shift is key.
Okay, what else?
Self-reflection is important too. Understanding why you react the way you do, learning from past experiences, and crucially, cultivating support. Friends, family. It's not about going it alone.
Right, that support network.
Absolutely. So resilience in this view isn't just about gritting your teeth and enduring. It's about learning, adapting, and ultimately thriving because of challenges, not just in spite of them. It builds confidence for whatever life throws your way.
So we've got all these internal tools, controlling responses, mindfulness, gratitude, resilience. But what about actually doing things? Does taking action play a role in managing worry?
Oh, absolutely essential. Taking action is how you reclaim that sense of control we talked about earlier.
Breaking out of that paralysis.
Exactly. Stoicism isn't passive resignation. It encourages identifying specific, concrete steps you can take to address your concerns.
Even small steps.
Especially small steps. Break down big worries into manageable tasks. What's one thing you can do right now? even if it's just making a phone call, sending an email, organizing your desk.
Yeah, the source highlighted the power of those small, consistent actions. Setting aside time for self-care, planning your schedule. It creates momentum.
It really does. That feeling of progress, however minor, is incredibly powerful against worry. It shifts you from feeling like a passive victim of circumstances
To being an active participant, an agent in your own life.
Precisely. Taking action alleviates anxiety, fosters that sense of empowerment and clarity. It transforms worry from this vague dread into a problem you can actively work on. It turns worry into an opportunity for growth.
Wow, okay. We've covered a lot. This deep dive really hit on some core Stoic strategies, that dichotomy of control,
So fundamental.
mindfulness, being present, that counterintuitive negative visualization,
Their gratitude, yeah.
embracing impermanence, cultivating gratitude directly, building resilience.
And finally, taking action.
It all ties together.
It really does. The core message for you listening is that by applying these ancient yet timeless ideas, you really can shift your perspective.
Appreciate the present more.
Definitely. And navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with more confidence, with more inner peace. It's about building that inner strength.
So here's a thought to leave you with as you go about your day. Where can you consciously apply that dichotomy of control to just one everyday worry? Maybe something small, a looming deadline, a tricky conversation, even just traffic. Think about what's truly in your control in that situation and what isn't. And just notice, how might making that simple distinction right there in the moment change how you experience that worry?